Hello, this is Nina from the Happy Hippie, and today I am here to review the Oracle of the Mythic Heroes by Letao Wang. Now, Letao kindly gifted me this deck because he wants different channels to do reviews on his deck, and I think that is really a great gift, not only because I got gifted the deck, but also a gift for the community in general, that the people who make these decks actually want a review on their work. And so I think that's really important. Anyway, so let's get into the deck itself. So Oracle of the Mythic Heroes is about the Roman and Greek mythology, for those of you who are wondering. Now, this deck is illustrated by Rosang Zuali and Anjun Guo, and it is given out by Beyond Words. That is the company. Okay, so it does have an ISBN number, and I know that you can get this on Amazon at least, probably also in the bigger stores or bookstores around the world. I know that we have it in a bookstore here in Norway, so I think it's going to be available for pretty much everybody. I think at least that was what Letao wanted. Anyway, so let us look at it. So it's quite a big box, as you can see my hand here, and it's got these things here which makes it very easy to open up. It's a good and sturdy box, and information, a little bit of information about the cards and about the thoughts behind the cards on the back of the box. So this was, of course, not this way. It was lying the other way around. Sorry about that. It was lying this way, of course, when I opened the box. So this is the guidebook. And this is a very thick and very thorough guidebook, I have to say. So the book here goes through all the cards, of course, but it also gives a little bit of history as to why Letao chose to make this. I can show you a picture of Letao. It's in the back. That is him. That is Letao Wang. And it's information about him. Situated in Hong Kong, he is an astrologer, tarot specialist. He also has a website here, thehealingkingdom.com, and I know that he gives out readings and gives support to people through his readings or sessions. So he uses some of that information from his time as being a counselor in this book as well, but I will get into that. But this is kind of the information. Now, the only thing, Letao, that if you are watching this, and I hope you do, so the only thing I'm missing here is a little bit more information about the artists. And that is mainly because I do art myself, and also because this art is so beautiful that I wish there was just a little bit of information on the artist here in the end of the book. So that's just a little bit of things that I was missing, okay? But anyway, so let's look at the guidebook a little bit closer. Now, the cards are paired up with the signs in the zodiac, and every sign in the zodiac has 3 cards each. Okay, so you can see that really easily here: the heroes of Aries, the heroes of Taurus, the heroes of Gemini. And from what I have understood and felt into the cards, it's like it's one positive, one maybe a little bit more negative, and one positive. A little bit of sandwich method there on each and every sign. Okay. So it is about the zodiac signs, but also in the end, he has 4 cards that is regarding the lunar cycle. Okay, so that are all the cards here. So, and together 40 cards in total. So here you can see a little bit about him writing why he chose to go into the Greek and Roman mythology and his interest in that. He has been studying that for a while. So also more information about the cards, how they're built up, and then yeah, it's a lot of information about how he has chosen to build them up, how he has chosen to link them to different things, and he has studied this, so he knows that, you know, in the Roman mythology they linked these and these heroes to those and those planets, and also in the Greek mythology the same. So he has found his own way to link all the cards to not only planets but to other things as well, but we will look closely at that later. So he's also giving some information about how you can build a relationship, how you can work the spreads, and then of course some information about different spreads that you can use. Okay, so there's lots of good information in the beginning and also lots of information on each card. As you can see, there is a mini picture of the card in black and white, and then it is the myth. He is explaining about the myth about the person that the card is about, and then the teaching. And the teaching, in the teaching, he includes his own experience regarding his time as a counselor for someone. So he's including that, and then he gets into when this card pops up in your reading, you know, that's what it might mean. So you can get information from all the three different sections, if you will. And also, as you can see here, the cards are also hooked up to, as I said, planets. And of course, this is the first decan of Aries, and then it's a time, okay? And also a crystal. So there's a lot of information here on each card. And if you wanted to, you could also use this deck to get some dates, okay? At least to get some time frame if you have a question. So that's one way to use the card. You can also use the card to get an invitation for a crystal to use that might help you. You can get, of course, information regarding the constellations or the planets, if there is something there. So it can be used in many ways, actually, this deck, okay? So here you have all the different cards, of course, 3 of each zodiac sign, and in the end we have the moon cards, okay? So that's that. So that's the entire guidebook, okay? So I just wanted to go through that quite thoroughly, since it was a lot of information there. So let us get to the cards themselves. So this is the back. It's black and white and a little bit of yellow. And it is, of course, regarding the zodiac, so it makes sense that this is the back, and I find it quite beautiful. Now, the cardstock is sturdy and good, but it is definitely possible to corner shuffle if you want to do that. No problem at all. I won't do that right now because I put them in order, but I can do that afterwards, okay? So I will go through the cards so that you can see this beautiful, beautiful artwork. And you see, of course, the name, the number of the card, the name of the hero, and also the sign that it is connected to, and then one word of connection to the meaning behind the card, okay? So let us go through it. I think I'm going to zoom in just a little bit when I flip through the card so you can see the artwork properly. There you go. Okay, so let's go through this. Now I find these the style of the artwork very beautiful, very powerful. I just love this image here as well. So, you know, I find these images very beautiful, and the artwork, you know, the vibrancy of the colors and the feel of the artwork itself is just something that I really enjoy. I really, really like this artwork. And that is why that I was just missing a little bit more information about the artists here. So, yeah, I'm just going to flip through so you get an idea as to what these cards are about. This is so strong. Of course, Hercules and strength. You can see the power in this card. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I really, really enjoy these images here, this artwork. It's so well done. That's the first thing that draws me in, actually, when I, of course, look at cards. It is the artwork and how they make me feel. You know, where am I drawn into the image? What information can the image give me, you know? So, I really enjoy this artwork. Yeah, Icarus. He flew too close, didn't he? Chiron, yeah. That's so strong and powerful. So this, for me, this gives me a feeling of strength. a feeling of heroes, as it is here, as it says on the cover as well, you know. So it's a strong but loving feeling I'm getting from these cards, okay? And I have been playing with them for a little bit, and I will use them sometimes just to draw one card for to answer a question I need. Or I use 3, you know, to an overall energy for a reading. It can also be used as an extra card in the end of a reading, as an extra message from Spirit, you know. Take that as it resonates. Now, the only thing that I'm going to point out in the end, and that is these 4 moon cards. Normally, I would say that this is the full moon and this is the new moon. But in this deck, it's the opposite. This is the full moon, this is the new moon, this is the first quarter, this is the last quarter. Okay, so that's the only thing that I can say that for me, I would have done that the opposite way, because for me, this is kind of the full moon, but that's just my personal preference. But I wanted to point that out because I know many others, at least one of my friends that I was talking to, she felt the same way. So I wanted to kind of point that out. So if any critique at all, I would just say that maybe I would have swapped those around, and also maybe I would have taken the time to just write a little bit about these beautiful artists that has made this beautiful artwork. But that is the only criticism that I can find on these cards, I have to say, because they are beautiful. Now I will show you also about corner shuffling. That is absolutely no problem. As you can see here, very easy to corner shuffle, very easy to shuffle the cards. They are on the bigger side, and I have, I guess, a normal size hands, but for me it works fine. But if you have smaller hands, you can of course shuffle this way here, and that is absolutely no problem at all. Okay, so that is what I have to say about these cards. They can be used in so many ways because of all the information that you are getting. I mean, if you want to learn more about the Roman or Greek heroes or mythic heroes, this is a beautiful guidebook, and it gives a lot of information. If you are someone who is doing counseling for someone, you can get a lot of information and learn a lot from the way he has been teaching his you know, clients when he has been doing the same. So there is a lot different things you can learn in this book just as to read the book itself. And also, of course, with the time frames that you can use to ask for time, you can ask for the crystals, you can ask for the planets, and you can also use it to ask questions about signs, you know. If you need to know what kind of people you're going to encounter in such and such situations, you can get the answers also from at least knowing the signs. You know, so there are so many different ways of using this deck. And I also believe that the moon cards here, let me just have a look. Yeah, it's also connected to the seasons. So you see the Medusa number 39 is a summer. So you can also ask a time frame. You can also just get a more wider specter of a time frame of 3 months, you know, so you can use it as that as well. So many ways to use this deck for sure, and a good quality on the cards, beautiful artwork. So for me, I am really, really happy that I got this deck from Letao. Thank you so much for sending this to me. I will definitely use this deck. Very little criticism I have on these cards. So take that as it resonates. But definitely, I highly, highly recommend this deck, the Oracle of the Mythic Heroes by Letao Wang. And that's all I can say about this deck. Thank you so much for watching this review. I hope it gave you something, and thank you so much to Letao. Wishing you a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Until the next time I see you.